Hi, good morning. My name is Vinita from CSC department. My topic is general adversarial networks. We are going to see detailedly about the general adversarial networks. First is contents. In contents, we are going to see about the introduction part, how the GANs are introduced, and what is the literature work, and what is GAN, what is the methodology of the GAN, steps to train a GAN, how we can train the GAN, like a generator, discriminator, how we are going to train them, and what are the results after training the GAN, and what are applications and what are the advantages of the GAN we can use, and conclusion and references we are going to see in it. And in introduction part, a neural network itself is not an algorithm, but rather a framework for many different machine learning algorithms to work together and process complex data inputs. These neural networks perform tasks by considering inputs or examples without being programmed with the tasks. And next we are going to see the literature survey. First paper was produced by Lee Chen Fu. It is based on label data, computer vision based object detection and recognition for vehicle driving, and they worked on the label data. Label data is based on supervised learning, where we are going to teach them, because for example, this is cat, this picture is belong to cat, this is belong to rat, like this we are going to teach. So where human presence is very important to them, that is called the supervised learning. And a second paper presented by Ranzato M, which is multi-stage. He distinguished between the supervised and unsupervised. Supervised is human presence is very important. So human is going to teach everything, like it is a cat or it is a rat, like this everything. But unsupervised is we do not need to supervise model. We need to allow model to work on its own. So here we are not going to teach to the to teach to the mission is going to learn by itself everything. And third paper is Goodfellow. The complete PPT is based on this Goodfellow. He was presented first, and it is about generative adversarial nets. And now we are going to learn very detailedly about the GAN. GAN is a generative adversarial network, is a type of machine learning technique made up of two neural networks that are in competition with one another in a zero-sum game framework. Zero-sum game framework is nothing but neither of the player wins the game. He is not going to win, I am not going to win. That is called zero-sum game, a zero-sum game framework. And GANs were introduced in a paper by an Goodfellow. So Goodfellow was introduced the GAN first, and that too in 10th June of 2014. And Facebook AI researcher director has said that GAN is the most interesting idea evolved in machine learning. So it is very interesting topic. GAN is the most interesting and important topic. And now we can see how GANs are going to work. We can see that block diagram of the GANs. Here generator and discriminator. Here we can take a simple analogy of generator and the discriminator. We can see there two picture, one is policeman and one is a thief. We can take police as discriminator and thief as generator. Police is nothing but generator is nothing but thief is going to play the tricks by producing fake results or fake products like this. And police is nothing but detecting the what are the tricks played by the thief. So it is called so it is generator and discriminator. And police should recognize the ideas of the thief, and thief is to trick the police with good ideas. From generator means from thief, from generator we are going to send the fake inputs, fake inputs to the discriminator, and discriminator should identify the which are the fake inputs, or which are the real inputs in the form of the discriminator is going to produce the output in the form of zeros and ones, and it discriminator take the inputs from the generator, and it produces the output in the form of zeros and ones. Next we are going to see the steps to train a GAN. Here first of all we have to train a GAN, what is the problem, and what is the architecture of a GAN. And first next we have to train the discriminator on real data. First we have to train the discriminator completely based on the real data, because when a generator is going to produce the fake inputs, discriminator have to detect which is the fake and which is the real inputs. So first we have to train the discriminator. Next is generator fake inputs from generator and train discriminator on a fake data. And also generator sends a fake input, so that discriminator want to which is generate which is fake and which is real, so that we have to train the discriminator based on the fake inputs of the generator. Then next we have to train generator with the output of discriminator, and we have to train the generator also. What are the outputs of the discriminator, what will get the outputs from the discriminator, from that we have to train the generator. So here in the GAN we should not train only the generator, because if we train only generator will be very strong in this. But if a discriminator was not able to find out which is fake and which is real, so it will be very difficult for us. So we have to train both the discriminator and generator. So next is, see, we can see the step 1, step 2 and step 3 in this. Step 1 is one is one is generator network, another one is discriminator network. How to overcome the tricks played by discriminator. So discriminator network is going to see that how we can overcome the fake input from the generator. Here we can see discriminator has produced the clear picture of the dogs, but we can see the generator has produced it is not clear, clear, very fake products it is produced. So discriminator afterwards he gave the by taking the input, he gave the output as 0 0.8, 0 0.3, 0 0.5, here 0 0.1, 0 0.9. So it is both, it is near to 0. 0 is fake results and 1 is real image. So it has produced both fake and real outputs. And next we can see that here is the generator network, here is discriminator network, and again discriminator has produced very good, very clear picture of dogs, and in above generator has produced somewhat, before in compared to step 1 it is somewhat clear picture of the dog, but still it is a fake picture. And the generator has produced, it has a fake. And in third step we can see that compared to step 1 and step 2, it generator has produced clear picture of dogs here, but still it is a fake, but it has producing better compared to step 1 and step 2. Even here we can see that GANs are application oriented. GANs are very important because GANs can produce the pictures with the specs, with glasses or without glasses. It can be very useful. Even we can see that real picture of Mona Lisa by with before and afterwards by using the GAN generating. One is real one, and second picture is a GAN generated Mona Lisa painting, but still it looks like the same picture. It is not fake, but it looks like the similar picture. Next we can go to the And see here we can by using this noise and picture, we can create n number of models. By using these GANs we can produce n number of pictures, celebrity pictures or any other pictures. So GANs are very important and very useful. And applications of generative adversarial networks is increasing the resolution of an image. We can increase the resolution of an image. And these GANs are useful in drug researcher also. In drug research, how we can use this, in we can use CH3 like this for drugs. But this generator can produce CH2, CH4, something like that. So that even GANs are useful in the drug research. And training an artificial author to blog or website. For website and blogs also, GANs are very important. And generating image from text, creating deep fake videos. For creating fake images and fake videos, we can use the GANs. And face aging. And for forensic science, adversarial neural cryptography, Google Brain project. Main is Google Brain project. We are going to use for Google Brain project. Next is we can see the block diagram of adversarial neural cryptography. Here in Google Brain project, how we are going to use this is the model of the Google Brain project. We can see here one person is standing. And for example, Alice is standing. And Alice want to send a message to the Bob. Bob has received the message. But the person, someone intercepted person want to interrupt the message and want to see the message. And he want to decrypt the message and he want to see the I want to see. But by using these GANs, we can see the messages and we can decrypt the messages. And next is what are advantages of the GANs. GANs solve the problems of generating data when you don't have enough to begin with. And GANs require no human supervision. And it is more effective than any other neural network. Compared to other neural network, GANs is a very effective one. And it requires less computation time. And GANs are easy to implement. GANs are compared to other GANs somewhat easy to implement also. And what are the challenges we have faced with the GAN? Problems with perspective. Both the neural networks, means generator and discriminator, should be trained simultaneously. And in this we have to train both the generator and discriminator simultaneously. We should not only train the generator or only train the discriminator. We have to train both of them very equally. Otherwise will not face any other problems. It becomes very easy to use these GANs. And next is conclusion. GANs offer some really exciting opportunities in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So by using these GANs in artificial intelligence and machine learning, we can use it. And it becomes a very good opportunity to the people. And application oriented nature and semi supervised learning made GANs top tool in machine learning. And it is application oriented GANs, and it is used in the supervised learning. And it is a top tool in machine learning. GANs have huge potential but still have a lot to figure it out. It has huge potential, but they are going to research about these GANs about more. And we can we by using these references we can refer it. Or I gave the 5 references. By using this we can refer this. And thank you.